my chapstick. Dang it. Chapstick. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Jess. If you're new here, I have just recently restarted my debt-free journey with my husband, and we are really trying to think about what we're doing with our money and where it's going so that we can get out of debt as fast as possible. So today's video is going to be all about saving money on groceries and looking through your inventory of what you already have and creating a meal plan around that. Before we get into the video, please consider subscribing to my channel. I am documenting our whole debt-free journey. I also have a few other things in there. I am 21 weeks pregnant with my third child, so I do put pregnancy updates out there for my friends and family as well. So if you don't ever want to miss a video, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, and you'll get updated whenever I post a new video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So one thing I want to talk about, and this is something that I've actually heard a lot from Jordan Page, is to not reinvent the wheel when it comes to meal planning. So sometimes people think it's so tough to figure out a meal plan. They figure out their meal plan and then they write this huge grocery list on what they need based off of that meal plan that they wrote. So what I'm gonna tell you, and this is kind of something that Jordan Page taught me, is don't go make it the meal plan and then decide what you need for groceries. Look at your inventory first so that you can figure out what you already have and then base your meal plan around those items. And then you can just go to the store and get the few things that you need to finish off those meals. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna go through my freezer, my fridge, my pantry, write down everything that I have, and then kind of try to work through what types of meals I can come up with based off of those things. The biggest thing that I meal plan for is dinner, because we're all at home together for dinner. And other than that, I pretty much buy the same things for our lunches and for our breakfasts, and we usually run out of those every week. But for the sake of this video, I am gonna go through all of our food and try to figure out all of our meals for the week rather than just getting the normal stuff, because I know that I have things in my house that we could be eating for breakfast that are just kind of sitting around for the weekends that we don't usually make on weekdays, that I could use up next week and save a lot on my grocery bill. All right, now we are gonna move on over to the kitchen. Got my happy planner here, but right here I just have a little insert so that I can write down everything I need, and then I can just pull this right out and take it to the store with me. Okay, so we're gonna dive into the freezer, and I've got my little inventory sheet right here. So the first thing I see in here that we eat a lot of are frozen veggies. So I've got this big thing of broccoli here. I've got green beans. Got some pepper and onion blend. Sweet potatoes. So all of these things are things that I know I can eat with dinner. So I'm going to base my veggies around these. So I probably won't have to buy any veggies this week at the store. Next thing I see for breakfast for our kids, we've got some frozen waffles, which I don't have too many, so I know I'll need those. I've got frozen bananas. Another tip, freeze your bananas if you like to have smoothies or anything like that. Don't buy the pre-frozen bananas. Freeze your own when they go bad. I also have some other frozen veggies up here, some other frozen fruits up here. It looks like I have plenty, so if I'm gonna have like protein shakes or anything like that, or just smoothie bowls, I know I'm stocked up. I'm just gonna check out everything else and see what else we have. Look at this cute picture. Baby J did that. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get into the refrigerator. First here, I see the normal stuff that we have, like our sauces and our jellies, and it's the same stuff we always have, so I think that we should be good on that. I do notice we don't have any butter if we're gonna need it. And then I've got just some condiments we don't use very often. So in here I've got a bunch of eggs. So I need to think about what kind of meals I can make with eggs. We could have breakfast for dinner. We could have stir fry. It looks like I have yogurt stocked up for the kids. I've got this whole animals, so I won't need to buy any of that. We actually use almond milk, and this one's almost gone, but I have 2 more of these inside of the refrigerator. And then we've got strawberries. They probably won't last us through the weekend. And we don't have any meat, so our freezer or refrigerator is kind of bare. Last but not least, I'm gonna look into our pantry. We don't actually have like a big pantry, I just use cabinets. So I'm gonna look in here. Looks like we've got some leftover biscuits. We'll probably use these tonight with dinner. We've got a lot of peanut butter, so we can have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. We've got a decent little chunk of bread. We have some cereal up here we could get through. Ooh. We have 2 things of pancake mix, so we need to use those up. Really, we can make some waffles with these and then freeze them so we don't have to buy more waffles. I've got some oatmeal. So breakfast shouldn't be an issue. We've got eggs, we've got oatmeal. We're gonna make some waffles. Let's hop in. This is more of our snack type food. So for the kids, most of the time, this is where we grab their snacks from. We've got about a half thing of goldfish and about a little more than half Cheez-Its, so we shouldn't have to buy any of that. We have some pre-made popcorn. That'll be a good snack. We've got a whole thing, never been opened, raisins. Jay loves these. I've got some nut thins that have never been opened, so I don't have to buy any of those. Oh, I do have some salad toppings here. So that might be something to use these up. I can get some salad mix and make some salads. Oh wow. Got a whole bag of jasmine rice that's never been opened. I have got my list. Don't know if you can see this or not, but basically what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to look through all of the inventory, see what I have already, and then write down what I'll need to supplement those meals. So I wrote all of my food that I already have in blue, and then I'm gonna kind of write down what I need, but when I use one of the foods that I already have, I'm gonna put a little dot next to it. This is something Jordan Page does, so thank you, Jordan Page. First thing I see on here that I have that I know I can make a meal with is the jasmine rice, the coconut aminos, and the broccoli. And all I need other than that is some chicken. Perfect, I've got a meal, done. Next, I see that I've got taco hamburger helper. Now, we do try to eat a little healthier. Hamburger helper's not the best for you, I'm just gonna say, but I've got it, so we need to eat it. So for taco hamburger helper, it comes with everything except for the hamburger. So I need hamburger, sweet potatoes, and I have the bag of broccoli that I have is a large bag, so it's gonna go for probably 3 meals. So I can use the sweet potatoes and I can use the broccoli again, do sweet potatoes, broccoli, and then all I need to get for that is chicken. For breakfast, I've got sausage, I've got frozen fruit, I've got pancake mix, oatmeal, cereal. So all we'll need for breakfast, it looks like, and I've got eggs. So breakfast is done. I'm using all of that. For snacks for the kids, I've got kids yogurt, I've got Jell-O, I have Goldfish Cheez-Its, popcorn for Mara, not for Jay, because it's a choking hazard. We still have some chicken in the freezer, about 1 meal's worth of chicken, so I'm gonna use that up. We have sweet potato fries, And then we've got the last of the broccoli. And so I won't need to buy anything for that meal. So I will need apples, and the kids like apples as well. Oh, and we need bananas. Our family goes through bananas like crazy, but they're pretty cheap, so that's good. We'll need to buy a loaf of bread for Russell. He makes his breakfast burritos because he doesn't eat at home in the morning, he eats at school. So he makes a big batch of them on Sunday and he takes them to school. Let's see, tortillas and sausage, salsa, and shredded cheese. It looks like we're doing pretty good. After going through my food inventory, this is what it looks like. Excuse the terrible handwriting, but if it has a dot next to it, it means that it's being used specifically for something. Okay, so this creamer will be used. The 2% milk will be used on the hamburger helper. The protein bars can be eaten as snacks. The cream cheese can be thrown on a piece of toast for breakfast in the morning. And then these peppers I'm gonna throw in with the jasmine rice and chicken. Right now, I don't have a use for the shrimp. I'm pregnant and that's something that just doesn't sound great to me right now. So I might just save that for another week. Up here, this peanut butter will get used for sandwiches for the kids. If they're hungry, the half loaf of bread will be for them as well. Salad toppings, I may end up using, if I decide at the store that the salad selection looks good, like the greens and stuff, I'll go ahead and grab some. Sometimes lately it's been looking a little funky and I can use those up, but if not, they can be saved for another week. All of this is gonna get used. So it looks like pretty much everything that we have is gonna get used. And then this is the list that we need to buy. So it looks like, to me, we're going to save a ton. We usually spend about $200 a week on groceries, and this won't even be probably $75. From here up, this is just supplementing the meals that we could make out of all of the rest of this. And then this is for Russell's breakfast plus that. And then my creamer, because I'm out. And then for chili, and then we're gonna just go ahead and buy a roast and throw it in the crock pot. That'll feed us for the entire week, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So as boring as it might sound to have to go through your inventory and list out all the things that you already have, I promise you, if you do it this way, you're gonna save so much money on groceries, and you're gonna clear out your fridge, you're gonna clear out your freezer, you're gonna clear out your pantry. You're not gonna spend $200+ at the grocery store. Okay, so for me, this is just a strategy that I'm using this week because I want to save on our grocery bill this week. Now, next week, I might go back, just right back to normal and get our normal groceries. And then the week after, I'll probably do the same style. Make sure I'm every other week at least clearing out the things that we have so we don't have stuff sitting around in our kitchen. If this is something that you're planning to do this week, comment down below after you go grocery shopping how much you spent on groceries compared to what you usually spend. Because I want to know. I think that this could be a game changer in our budget, and I think that for many people especially people who have families with small children where you buy snacks here and there but they don't always get eaten up, I think that just looking through what you already have can save you so much money. So I'm really interested in seeing that. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up for me because it really helps my channel. And then if you want to continue seeing any of my budgeting videos or even my pregnancy videos, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell and you'll be notified whenever I upload.